There's a particular kind of tiredness that settles into your bones when you've been carrying something heavy for too long. It's not the kind of exhaustion that comes from a busy day or a sleepless night. It's deeper than that. It's the weariness that creeps in when you've been walking through life feeling like a ghost in your own story, present but somehow invisible, speaking but not truly heard. Maybe it started small. A conversation where your words seemed to disappear into the air, unacknowledged. A moment when you needed someone to notice that you weren't okay, but everyone kept walking past. Perhaps it was in a room full of people where you felt more alone than you would have sitting by yourself. The feeling grows quietly, like shadows lengthening at dusk, until one day you wake up and realize you've been carrying this weight for so long that you've forgotten what it feels like to be truly seen. This is the ache of feeling forgotten. Not just overlooked in a moment, but genuinely forgotten in the deeper places where your heart lives. It's the exhaustion that comes from constantly wondering if you matter, if your presence makes any difference at all in the lives around you. You might find yourself moving through your days like an actor playing a role, showing up where you're supposed to be, saying the right things, wearing the right expressions, but feeling like there's this vast distance between who you really are and who everyone else sees. The weight becomes heaviest in the quiet moments, when you're lying in bed at night and the day's distractions fade away, leaving you alone with the echo of all the times you felt invisible. When you're sitting at your kitchen table in the morning, coffee growing cold in your hands, wondering if anyone would notice if you just didn't show up today. When you're in the middle of explaining something important, and you can see in someone's eyes that they're already thinking about something else, that your words are just background noise in their busy minds. You start to question everything. Was I too much? Too little? Did I speak too softly or too loudly? Am I asking for too much when I hope someone might remember the thing I mentioned that mattered to me? The doubt creeps in like water through a crack, slowly but persistently, until it's filled all the empty spaces where confidence used to live. You begin to wonder if this is just how life is supposed to feel, if everyone else is just better at pretending they don't feel forgotten too. There's a special kind of pain in feeling unseen by the people who are supposed to know you best. When your family members treat you like a supporting character in their stories, rather than the protagonist of your own. When friends seem to remember everyone's birthday except yours, everyone's struggles except the ones you've quietly shared. When your children or spouse interact with you as if you're part of the furniture, necessary for the functioning of daily life, but not particularly interesting or worth engaging beyond the practical necessities. You might catch yourself overcompensating, working harder to be noticed, speaking louder to be heard, giving more to be valued. But there's something exhausting about constantly auditioning for attention in your own life. The energy it takes to perform worthiness is energy you don't always have, especially when you're already tired from carrying the weight of feeling invisible. Sometimes you find yourself pulling back instead, testing whether anyone will notice your absence, whether your silence will finally make space for someone to ask if you're okay. The digital age has its own particular brand of this loneliness. You can share a piece of your heart on social media and watch it disappear into the endless scroll, gathering a handful of meaningless likes, but no real connection. You can sit in a group text where everyone else's messages generate responses and conversations, while yours seem to end the discussion entirely. Technology promised to connect us more than ever, but sometimes it just provides new ways to feel invisible, new mirrors to show us how easily we can be overlooked even when we're right there. But perhaps the heaviest part of feeling forgotten is how it changes the way you see yourself. When you've experienced being overlooked enough times, you start to believe that maybe there isn't much worth seeing. The voice in your head that used to cheer you on begins to whisper that maybe they're right to look past you. Maybe you really aren't that interesting or important or worthy of attention. You start to preemptively minimize yourself, speaking more quietly, taking up less space, apologizing for existing before anyone even suggests you should. This self-diminishing becomes a habit, so gradual you might not even notice it happening. You stop sharing your thoughts because you assume no one wants to hear them. You stop asking for help because you convince yourself your problems aren't really that significant. You stop celebrating your victories because they seem small compared to everyone else's achievements. Slowly, quietly, you begin to forget yourself even as you worry about being forgotten by others. The tiredness that comes with all of this is bone deep. It's not just about being physically exhausted, though that's often part of it. It's the emotional fatigue that comes from constantly wondering if you matter, from carrying the weight of feeling insignificant, from the effort it takes to keep showing up in a world where you often feel like an extra in everyone else's main story. You find yourself longing for rest that goes deeper than sleep, for a kind of peace that touches the places where you hurt. Sometimes you catch glimpses of people who seem to move through the world with an unshakable sense of being known and loved. They speak with confidence not because they're arrogant, but because they seem to deeply know, that their words have value. They take up space not because they're selfish, but because they trust that they belong in that space. They rest easily not because their lives are perfect, but because they seem to carry some internal certainty that they are held, seen, remembered even when the external world feels chaotic or cold. You wonder what it would feel like to live with that kind of security. To move through your days without the constant undercurrent of questioning whether you matter. To speak without calculating whether your words will be received or dismissed. To exist without the exhausting effort of trying to prove your worth, or the equally exhausting effort of hiding, because you're convinced you have none. The ache of feeling forgotten touches something primal in the human heart. We were created for connection, designed to be known and to know others. When that fundamental need goes unmet, when we feel like we're walking through life as shadows of ourselves, something essential begins to starve. It's not dramatic or sudden. It's more like a slow fading, like a photograph left too long in sunlight. The colors gradually becoming less vibrant, until one day you realize you can barely make out what was once a clear image. But here's what's true, even in the middle of that fading, even in the depth of feeling forgotten and invisible and unseen. Here's what remains constant, even when everything else feels uncertain. There is one who sees every detail of your existence, who knows every thought before you think it, who notices every tear before it falls. There is one for whom you are not background noise, or a supporting character, or an afterthought. There is one who has never looked past you, never overlooked you, never treated you as insignificant. Even in this moment, as you carry the weight of feeling forgotten, you are held in the mind of the one who forgets nothing. Every struggle you've faced in silence, every time you've felt invisible in a crowd, every night you've lain awake wondering if you matter, all of it has been witnessed by eyes that see with perfect clarity and a heart that responds with endless love. The parts of you that feel most forgotten are the very parts that are most tenderly held in divine awareness. This isn't a distant, theoretical comfort. This is the intimate reality of being completely known by the one who knows all things. While others might look past you, he looks into you. While others might forget your name, he has written it on his heart. While others might overlook your pain, he feels every ache as if it were his own. The one who counts every star in the sky and calls them each by name has also counted every hair on your head, every thought in your mind, every longing in your heart. The exhaustion you feel from being unseen, the weariness that comes from feeling forgotten, the ache of carrying your burdens alone. All of this is known and understood by the one who never sleeps, never looks away, never loses track of even the smallest details of your life. In his sight, you are not invisible. In his heart, you are not forgotten. In his love, you are not alone. As the weight of this truth begins to settle, something inside you might start to soften. The tight places in your chest where you've been holding your breath, waiting to be noticed, might begin to release. The clenched fists of your heart that have been working so hard to earn attention might slowly open. Because here, in this space of being perfectly seen and completely known, you don't have to perform or prove or pretend. You can simply be, and in your being, you are beloved. The tears that might come now are not just tears of sadness for all the ways you've felt forgotten. They are also tears of relief, recognition, homecoming. They are the tears that come when someone finally speaks your name correctly, when someone finally sees the real you, when someone finally notices that you've been carrying something heavy and offers to help you set it down. You are not forgotten. You never have been. You never will be. Even when the whole world seems to look past you, even when you feel most invisible, even in your deepest moments of questioning whether you matter, you remain constantly, tenderly, completely held in the awareness of the one who sees all and forgets nothing. And this changes everything, even if it changes everything very quietly, very gently, like dawn breaking over a weary heart. This is where rest begins to become possible. Not just the rest of closing your eyes and sleeping, though that too is important, but the deeper rest of knowing you are seen, the profound peace of being remembered by the one whose memory is perfect and whose love is endless. In this knowing, the weight begins to lift, and space opens up for something new to grow in the places where exhaustion used to live. But there is someone who sees every tear that has fallen in the darkness of feeling forgotten. Someone who has witnessed every moment when you've wondered if you matter. Someone who knows the exact weight of the loneliness you've been carrying. And this someone is about to show you just how impossible it is for you to ever truly be forgotten. In the depths of your sleepless nights, when you're staring at the ceiling while the world around you dreams peacefully, there's a presence that sits with you in the darkness. When your mind races with worries that feel too heavy to carry and too complicated to explain, when you're wrestling with thoughts that seem to loop endlessly without resolution, you are not alone in that struggle. There is one who knows exactly what keeps you awake, who sees every anxious thought as it forms, who understands the weight of each concern that presses against your chest. He knows about the 3 a.m. moments when fear whispers lies about your future, when doubt creeps in through the cracks of your confidence, when you feel like you're drowning in uncertainties that everyone else seems to navigate with ease. He sees you in those moments when you're curled up in bed, trying to make sense of pain that has no easy answers, trying to find peace in a mind that won't quiet itself. The loneliness of those dark hours, the exhaustion that comes from fighting battles that no one else can see, all of it is witnessed by eyes that never close, never look away, never miss even the smallest detail of your struggle. There's something profound about being seen in your hidden struggles, in the places where you fight your hardest battles with no audience, no recognition, no applause. These are the moments that truly define who you are, not the public victories or the visible achievements, but the quiet courage you show when no one is watching. The way you get up each morning despite feeling depleted. The way you keep trying even when you're not sure it matters. The way you choose hope when despair would be easier. All of this is seen and known and treasured by the one who understands the true cost of your perseverance. He sees the battles you fight with depression that feels like a heavy blanket you can't throw off, the weight that settles over your thoughts and makes even simple tasks feel overwhelming. He knows about the anxiety that grips your chest and makes your heart race for reasons you can't always explain. He understands the grief that hits you in unexpected waves, the loss that everyone else thinks you should be over by now, but that still takes your breath away. These struggles that feel so isolating, so misunderstood, so uniquely yours, are perfectly comprehended by the one who sees not just what you're going through, but who you're becoming in the midst of it. When you're fighting addiction, when you're battling thoughts and urges that feel stronger than your willpower, when you're caught in cycles that you desperately want to break, but can't seem to overcome, he sees every moment of that struggle too. He knows about the shame that whispers you're not strong enough, not good enough, not worthy of freedom. He sees the way you punish yourself for falling down again, the way you question whether you'll ever be able to change. But he also sees your desire for healing, your longing for freedom, your deep heart cry for transformation, and he meets you there with understanding rather than judgment. The financial stress that keeps you awake at night, calculating and recalculating numbers that never seem to add up the way you need them to, this too is known. The fear of not having enough, of not being able to provide for yourself or those you love, of falling behind while everyone else seems to be moving forward. All of these worries are held in divine awareness. He sees the way you lie awake planning and worrying, the way you carry tension in your shoulders from the weight of financial pressure, the way you sometimes feel ashamed of your circumstances when it seems like everyone else has figured out something you haven't. Your relationship struggles, the ones you can't easily share with others because they're too complicated or too painful or too private. These are seen and understood too. The marriage that feels more like a business partnership than a love story. The children who seem to speak a language you can't understand, who push away your love just when you most want to offer it. The friendships that have grown cold or complicated, leaving you wondering what went wrong or what you could have done differently. The loneliness of being surrounded by people, but feeling fundamentally misunderstood by all of them. He knows about the career disappointments that you carry quietly, the dreams that didn't unfold the way you hoped, the talents that feel wasted or unrecognized, the job that pays the bills but doesn't feed your soul, the creative gifts that you fear might never find their proper expression, the sense of being stuck in a life that doesn't quite fit, like wearing clothes that are the wrong size, the wondering if you missed your calling somewhere along the way, if you made wrong choices that led you away from who you were meant to be, the health struggles that you face, whether they're visible to others or hidden beneath the surface, are known in their full complexity. The chronic pain that you've learned to manage, but never quite escapes. The illness that has changed the trajectory of your life in ways you never expected. The aging body that doesn't move the way it used to, that requires more care and attention and patience than you sometimes feel you have. The fear of what the future might hold, of how your body might fail you, of becoming a burden to those you love. Your struggles with self-worth, the internal dialogue that is often harsher than anything anyone else would ever say to you. This constant battlefield of your mind is witnessed with perfect understanding. The way you replay conversations, analyzing every word for evidence that you said something wrong. The way you compare yourself to others and always find yourself lacking. The way you minimize your achievements and magnify your failures. The exhausting work of trying to convince yourself that you're worthy of love, worthy of happiness, worthy of taking up space in this world. He sees you in your parenting struggles, when you're doing your best but feel like you're failing constantly. When you lose your patience and say things you regret. When you worry that you're damaging your children in ways you can't see or fix. When you feel like everyone else has received some manual for raising humans that somehow got lost in your mail. The guilt that follows you, the fear that you're not enough for these precious lives that depend on you, the overwhelming responsibility of shaping hearts and minds while you're still figuring out your own. The creative blocks that frustrate you, the way inspiration seems to come and go like an unreliable friend, leaving you feeling empty and disconnected from the parts of yourself that used to flow so freely. The projects that sit unfinished, mocking you with their incompleteness. The fear that maybe you've lost whatever spark you once had, that maybe the well has run dry and nothing meaningful will come from you again. The comparison to others who seem to create effortlessly while you struggle to produce anything at all. Your spiritual struggles, the times when prayer feels like talking to the ceiling, when faith feels more like a question than an answer, when you wonder if any of this is real or if you're just talking to yourself. The dry seasons when you can't feel the presence of the divine, when you go through the motions of belief while feeling empty inside. The doubt that creeps in and makes you question everything you thought you knew, everything you thought you could count on. The loneliness of feeling distant from the very one you most want to feel close to. But here's the beautiful mystery. Even in your doubt, even in your questioning, even in your anger or confusion or spiritual dryness, you are not outside of divine sight. The struggles with faith itself are seen and understood by the one who created you with a heart capable of both belief and doubt, who knows that questions can be a form of seeking, that wrestling can be a form of worship. Your honest struggles are more precious than false certainty, your authentic doubt more valuable than performed faith. He sees the way you care for others, even when you're empty yourself. The way you show up for people even when you're struggling. The way you give of yourself, even when you feel like you have nothing left to offer. The sacrifice that goes unnoticed, the love that gets taken for granted, the way you pour yourself out like an offering that nobody thinks to acknowledge. This hidden generosity, this quiet service, this love that gives without counting the cost, all of it is treasured by the one who sees everything. Your attempts to be better, to grow, to heal, to change, even when they feel slow or inadequate or invisible to others, are noticed and celebrated. The small steps forward that feel insignificant to you are seen as victories worth rejoicing over. The way you keep trying even after you fail. The way you get back up even when you're tired of falling down. The way you reach for light even in your darkest moments. All of this effort, all of this choosing to keep going, is witnessed by eyes that see the true magnitude of your courage. The way you love imperfectly but sincerely. The way you care deeply even when it hurts. The way you remain tender even when the world has been harsh. All of this is seen and known and cherished. Your humanity in all its beautiful brokenness is not something to be fixed or hidden, but something to be embraced and understood. The cracks in your heart are not flaws to be ashamed of, but places where light can enter and love can pour out. He knows about the masks you wear to protect yourself, the walls you've built to keep from being hurt again, the ways you've learned to hide the tender parts of yourself from a world that doesn't always handle them with care. But he also sees past all of those defenses to the real you underneath. The you that longs to be known and loved and accepted exactly as you are. The you that dreams and hopes and fears and loves with a capacity that sometimes amazes even yourself. In every hidden struggle, in every private battle, in every moment when you feel most alone and most unseen, there is a constant presence that witnesses it all with perfect understanding and endless love. Not the kind of seeing that judges or condemns or finds you lacking, but the kind of seeing that recognizes your beauty even in your brokenness, that honors your strength even in your weakness, that celebrates your light even in your darkness. This is not the distant observation of a cosmic spectator, but the intimate awareness of one who knows you better than you know yourself. Every tear you've cried in private has been collected. Every prayer you've whispered in desperation has been heard. Every time you've felt like giving up, but somehow found the strength to keep going, that has been witnessed and applauded by the one who sees the full scope of your journey and knows the depth of your courage. And this same one who sees all your hidden struggles, who knows every battle you fight in secret, who understands the weight of what you carry, has something he wants you to know about just how precious you are to him, just how impossible it would be for him to ever forget your name. There's something extraordinary about having your name spoken by someone who truly knows you. Not just the sound of it rolling off their tongue, but the way they say it with recognition, with warmth, with the weight of relationship behind it. When someone says your name, and you can hear in their voice that they see you, really see you, that they know your story and your heart, and they're glad you exist. That moment when your name isn't just a label, but a declaration of your significance in their world. Your name carries the story of your beginning, the hopes that were wrapped around you before you took your first breath. Someone chose those syllables specifically for you, imagining who you might become, dreaming of the life you would live. Whether it was given with great thought or simple preference, whether it connects you to family heritage or stands uniquely on its own, your name became the first gift you received in this world. It became the sound that would call you home, the word that would turn your head in a crowded room, the identifier that would mark your place in the human story. But beyond the earthly significance of your name, beyond its origins and meanings and family connections, there exists something even more profound. Your name is written in a place where names never fade, never get forgotten, never become lost in the shuffle of too many other concerns. It's inscribed not on paper that can be destroyed or digital files that can be corrupted, but on the very hands of the one who formed you, etched into palms that will never let go of what they hold. Think about what it means to write something on your hand. It's not where you put information you might need later if you remember to look for it. It's where you put what you cannot afford to forget, what you need to see constantly, what you want to remember with every gesture you make. When something is written on your hands, it becomes part of every action, every reach, every touch. It travels with you everywhere you go. It's visible to you throughout your day, a constant reminder of what matters most. This is where your name resides, not tucked away in some distant file or stored in a memory that might grow dim with time, but prominently displayed where it cannot be missed, cannot be overlooked, cannot be forgotten even for a moment. Every time divine hands move to create, to heal, to bless, to provide, your name is right there, visible and present and remembered. You are not a footnote in some cosmic record book. You are written in the most intimate, most visible, most unforgettable place possible. The one who knows the names of every star in every galaxy, who calls them forth each night and never misses even one, who keeps track of celestial bodies, numbering beyond human comprehension. This same one has carved your name where he will see it constantly. Among all the infinite details he manages, all the countless lives he oversees, all the numberless prayers he hears, your name holds a place of prominence where it cannot be lost or forgotten or overlooked. But it's not just that your name is written somewhere safe. It's that it's written with such care, such intentionality, such permanence. Think about the difference between something scribbled hastily on a piece of paper and something carved carefully into stone. One can be erased, blown away, lost to time. The other endures, marked deep enough to last, important enough to preserve. Your name isn't penciled in lightly where it might fade. It's engraved with the permanence of eternal love, carved with the precision of perfect care. The hands that bear your name are the same hands that shaped mountains and carved out oceans, that painted sunsets and designed snowflakes, that formed you in your mother's womb and continue to sustain your every breath. These are hands of incredible power and incomprehensible creativity, yet they chose to mark themselves with your name. Of all the things these hands could have written upon themselves, all the reminders they could have chosen to keep constantly visible, your name was selected for this place of honor. When you understand this truth, when you really let it settle into the deep places of your heart, it changes how you see yourself walking through the world. On the days when you feel invisible, when you wonder if anyone would notice if you weren't there, you can remember that your name is written where the creator of the universe sees it with every movement he makes. When you feel like you're just another face in the crowd, another voice in the noise, another struggling soul among billions, you can know that your name has a place of distinction in the only opinion that ultimately matters. Your name on those hands connects you to every good thing that flows from divine love. Every blessing that's poured out, every mercy that's extended, every grace that's given, your name is right there, ensuring you're not forgotten in the distribution. Every prayer that's answered, every need that's met, every heart that's comforted, your name is visible as a reminder that you too deserve care, you too merit attention, you too are worthy of love. But it goes even deeper than having your name in a visible place. The very act of writing your name on hands speaks to relationship, to intimate connection, to the kind of love that claims ownership not to control, but to protect. When someone writes your name on their hand, they're saying you belong to them, you matter to them, you are theirs to care for and remember and love. It's a declaration of connection that goes beyond casual acquaintance into the realm of devoted relationship. This is the kind of love that has claimed you, not the distant regard of a benevolent observer, but the intimate affection of one who has written your name on his hands as a declaration that you are his. You belong to him not as possession, but as beloved. You matter to him not as one among many, but as the specific, irreplaceable, precious individual that you are. You are his to love, his to care for, his to remember in every moment of every day. The beauty of this truth extends beyond just having your name remembered. It means that everything about you is known and held and treasured. The dreams you've carried since childhood, the hopes that keep you going when life gets hard, the fears that wake you up at night, the joys that make your heart sing, all of these are connected to that name written on divine hands. You are not just a name, but a whole person, a complete story, a unique creation whose every detail matters. Your personality quirks that make you who you are, the way you laugh when something strikes you as genuinely funny, the way your eyes light up when you talk about something you're passionate about, the way you show love to the people you care about. All of these characteristics are treasured by the one who wrote your name where he would never forget it. You're not loved in spite of your uniqueness, but because of it. The things that make you different, the traits that make you specifically you, these are not flaws to be overlooked, but features to be celebrated. Even your struggles, your weaknesses, your broken places are held with tenderness by the one whose hands bear your name. He doesn't love only the polished version of yourself, the person you are on your best days when everything is going right. He loves the whole you, including the parts you're still working on, the areas where you're still growing, the places where you're still healing. Your name on his hands represents all of you, not just the parts you feel good about. The mistakes you've made, the wrong turns you've taken, the times you've fallen short of your own expectations. None of these have caused your name to be erased or crossed out or written smaller. If anything, these experiences have made your name even more precious because they represent places where grace has been needed, where love has been proven, where forgiveness has been demonstrated. Your failures don't diminish your value to the one who wrote your name permanently on his hands. Your talents and gifts, whether they're recognized by others or hidden away waiting for the right moment to shine, are part of what makes your name worth writing in such a prominent place. The way you see the world, the unique perspective you bring to situations, the special combination of experiences and insights that nobody else possesses, all of this contributes to why your name deserves a place of honor where it will never be forgotten. The love you give to others, even when it's not returned the way you hoped, even when it goes unnoticed or unappreciated, is seen and valued by the one whose hands bear your name. Every act of kindness, every moment of compassion, every time you choose to love when it would be easier not to, all of this is witnessed and treasured by the one who knows your name intimately. Your capacity for love is one of the reasons your name is written where it cannot be erased. Your journey through life, with all its twists and turns, its mountains and valleys, its seasons of abundance and seasons of scarcity, is all part of what makes your name significant enough to be permanently inscribed where the creator of the universe will see it constantly. Every chapter of your story, including the ones that haven't been written yet, matters to the one who holds your name so carefully. Your past has shaped you, your present is unfolding with purpose, and your future is held in hands that bear your name. The dreams you carry for your life, the hopes you have for your future, the changes you want to see in yourself and in the world around you, all of these are connected to your name written where they cannot be forgotten. The one who inscribed your name there is the same one who planted those dreams in your heart, who gave you the capacity to hope, who designed you with the ability to envision something better and work toward it. Even in seasons when you feel far from the person you want to be, when you feel stuck or lost or uncertain about your direction, your name remains clearly visible on hands that never stop working on your behalf. The distance between who you are and who you're becoming doesn't make your name less important or less permanent. If anything, it makes those hands more committed to helping you become everything your name represents. Your name written there is a promise that you will never be forgotten, never be overlooked, never be abandoned. It's a guarantee that no matter how crowded the world becomes, no matter how many other concerns demand attention, no matter how small you might feel in the grand scheme of things, you have a permanent place in the awareness of perfect love. You are not competing for attention with the rest of creation. You are assured attention, because your name is written where it cannot be missed. This is not temporary inscription that might fade with time or wear away with use. This is eternal marking that speaks to unending love, constant care, perpetual remembrance. Your name on those hands means that tomorrow you will be remembered just as clearly as you are today. Next week, next month, next year, your name will still be there, still visible, still precious, still deserving of all the love and attention it has always received. And this same one who has written your name where he cannot forget it, who sees it with every movement of his hands, who treasures it as a mark of intimate relationship, wants to show you just how tenderly he cares for everything that name represents, just how gentle his love is for the person who bears that precious name. There's a tenderness in divine love that most people never fully comprehend, a gentleness that moves through your life with such care that you might not even notice it at first. It's not the dramatic intervention you might expect from infinite power, but rather the soft touch of someone who knows exactly how fragile your heart is, exactly how much weight you can carry, exactly what you need in each moment to keep moving forward. This is love that operates with the delicate precision of someone handling the most precious thing in the world, because to him, that's exactly what you are. When you're at your weakest point, when you feel like you have nothing left to give and no strength left to draw from, there's a presence that steps in to carry what you cannot. Not in the way that takes over your life or makes your choices for you, but in the way that a loving parent carries a sleeping child, taking the weight so you can rest without having to worry about how you'll make it to where you need to go. This carrying happens in ways both seen and unseen, in the strength that somehow appears when you thought you had none, in the peace that settles over situations that should have left you anxious, in the way doors open just when you need them to. He knows the exact measure of your endurance and never allows more to be placed on you than you can ultimately bear, though it might feel overwhelming in the moment. Like a skilled musician who knows precisely how much tension a string can hold before it breaks, divine love calibrates your experiences with perfect knowledge of your capacity. This doesn't mean life is easy or pain-free, but it means there's a careful attention to what you can handle, a divine understanding of your limits that ensures you're stretched but never shattered. When your heart is wounded, when trust has been broken and love has left scars that feel like they might never heal, there's a healing presence that tends to those injuries with the gentleness of someone who has felt every pain you've experienced. Not healing that erases the scars as if they never happened, but healing that transforms them into evidence of your resilience, into marks of a heart that has been broken but refused to stop loving. This healing happens slowly, gently, at the pace your heart can accept, never rushing you through grief or forcing you to forgive before you're ready. The way divine care shows up in your life is often so subtle that you might attribute it to coincidence or luck. But there's an intentionality behind the timing that speaks to someone who knows you intimately. The friend who calls exactly when you need to hear a familiar voice. The unexpected refund that arrives just when money is tight. The song that comes on the radio with lyrics that speak directly to what you've been feeling, but couldn't put into words. The stranger who offers help at precisely the moment you need it most. These aren't random occurrences, but the fingerprints of someone who orchestrates your life with careful attention to detail. When you're walking through seasons of depression, when the world feels grey and joy seems like something other people experience, but never you, there's a presence that sits with you in that darkness without trying to immediately fix it or lecture you about thinking positively. This is the companionship of someone who understands that sometimes the most loving thing is simply not leaving, simply being present in the pain without needing to make it better right away. It's the kind of love that holds space for your sadness, that validates your struggle, that says it's okay to not be okay for as long as you need to not be okay. The provision that comes into your life often arrives through what seem like ordinary channels, but the timing and the specific nature of what you receive reveals the hand of someone who knows exactly what you need before you even ask for it. Not always what you want, but always what you need, delivered with the wisdom of someone who sees the bigger picture of your life and knows what will serve your highest good. Sometimes that provision comes through expected sources, and sometimes it arrives in ways so unexpected that you can't help but recognize there's something beyond coincidence at work. When anxiety grips your chest and makes it hard to breathe, when fear about the future threatens to overwhelm your ability to function in the present, there's a calming presence that speaks peace into the storm of your thoughts. Not the kind of peace that denies reality or minimizes your concerns, but the peace that comes from knowing you're not facing any of it alone, that there's wisdom greater than your own at work in your circumstances, that even when you can't see the way forward, someone else can and is guiding your steps. Your tears, whether they fall in public where others can see them, or in private where you think no one notices, are each one precious to the one who tends to your broken heart. They're not signs of weakness or failure, but evidence of your humanity, your capacity to feel deeply, your willingness to stay open to life even when it hurts. Each tear is collected like a treasure, valued not just for the pain it represents, but for the love that caused the pain, for the hope that makes disappointment possible, for the care that makes loss meaningful. The dreams you carry, even the ones that seem impossible or too good to be true, are held tenderly by hands that planted those dreams in your heart in the first place. Not every dream is meant to unfold exactly as you imagine it, but every dream serves a purpose in shaping who you become, in pointing you toward what matters most to you, in revealing the desires that live in the deepest places of your soul. Divine love tends these dreams with the care of a gardener who knows which seeds need more time to grow and which ones are ready to bloom. When you feel stuck in patterns you want to break, when you keep making the same mistakes despite your best efforts to change, when you feel frustrated with your own inability to become the person you want to be as quickly as you think you should, there's a patience at work that far exceeds human understanding. This is the patience of someone who sees your growth in decades rather than days, who celebrates the small steps forward that you barely notice, who never gives up on your potential even when you want to give up on yourself. The relationships in your life, both the ones that bring you joy and the ones that challenge you, are all held within divine awareness that works to bring good even from difficult dynamics. Not always by changing other people, which would violate their freedom to choose their own path, but by changing you in ways that help you love more deeply, set boundaries more clearly, forgive more freely, and find peace regardless of how others choose to behave. This is love that uses even relational pain as a tool for your growth and healing. Your physical body, with all its strengths and limitations, its health and its struggles, is tended with the care of someone who designed every cell and knows exactly how it's supposed to function. When you're dealing with illness or chronic pain, when your body doesn't work the way you wish it would, when aging brings new challenges and limitations, there's a presence that understands exactly what you're experiencing because it was involved in creating the very body that's now struggling. This understanding brings comfort that goes beyond physical healing, though healing may come. It brings the comfort of being known in your vulnerability. The work you do, whether it feels meaningful or mundane, whether it's your dream job or just a way to pay the bills, is held within divine purpose that can bring significance to any honest labor. Not everyone is called to work that feels obviously important, but everyone's work matters when it's done with integrity and care for others. Divine love sees the value in the contribution you make, even when that contribution feels small or unrecognized by others. Your work becomes a form of service, a way of participating in the care of the world. Your creative expressions, whether they're shared with others or kept private, whether they're polished and professional or messy and experimental, are delighted in by the one who gave you the capacity to create in the first place. Every song you sing, every story you write, every picture you draw, every garden you tend, every meal you prepare with love, all of these are seen as extensions of divine creativity working through human hands. Your creativity matters not because of how others receive it, but because it's part of how you were designed to reflect the image of the ultimate creator. The mistakes you've made, the failures you've experienced, the times you've fallen short of your own expectations or disappointed people you care about, all of these are held within a love that knows how to transform even regret into wisdom, even shame into humility, even failure into strength. This doesn't mean your mistakes don't matter or that their consequences can always be avoided, but it means they don't define your worth or limit your potential for growth and change. When you're struggling with addiction, with compulsive behaviors that you can't seem to control, with patterns that feel stronger than your willpower, there's a presence that understands the complexity of these struggles without condemnation. This is love that sees beneath the behavior to the pain that drives it, that recognizes the longing for peace and wholeness that underlies even destructive choices. The path to freedom may be long and difficult, but it's walked with companionship that never judges your pace or criticizes your setbacks. Your efforts to grow spiritually, to become more loving, more patient, more kind, more generous, are all noticed and celebrated even when the progress feels slow or inconsistent. Every time you choose forgiveness over resentment, every time you extend grace instead of judgment, every time you act with courage despite your fear, these choices are seen and valued by the one who is working to transform you from the inside out. Your spiritual growth is not something you accomplish alone, but something that happens in partnership with divine love. The seasons of your life, from childhood through old age, each bring their own gifts and challenges, their own opportunities for growth, and their own forms of beauty. Divine love sees the value in every season, appreciates the innocence of youth and the wisdom of age, the energy of middle years and the peace of later ones. No season is wasted, no age is without purpose, no stage of life is less valuable than any other. Each season is tended with care appropriate to what it offers and what it needs. Your financial struggles, the stress of not having enough money to feel secure, the worry about providing for yourself and your family, these concerns are understood by the one who knows exactly what you need and when you need it. This doesn't mean you'll always have everything you want, but it means there's attention paid to your genuine needs, provision that may come through unexpected channels, and grace to find contentment even when resources are limited. The loneliness you feel, especially in the middle of the night when the world is quiet and you're left alone with your thoughts, is witnessed by a presence that wishes you could feel the constant companionship that's actually there. The isolation that comes from feeling misunderstood, from feeling like nobody really gets who you are or what you're going through, is met with perfect understanding from the one who knows you better than you know yourself. Your hopes for your children, your desire to be a good parent, your worry about whether you're raising them well, all of these concerns are shared by the one who loves your children even more than you do. The guidance you need for difficult parenting decisions, the wisdom you seek for challenging situations, the patience you need for exhausting seasons, all of this is available from the source of all good parenting, from the one who designed the parent-child relationship as a reflection of divine love. When you're caring for aging parents, when you're watching people you love decline in health or mental capacity, when you're trying to honor them while also caring for your own family, there's a presence that understands the complexity of these relationships and the difficulty of these decisions. The love that flows through you to care for them is itself a gift from the one who modeled what it means to honor and care for those who gave us life. Your friendships, the people you choose to walk through life with, are blessed by a love that delights in human connection and celebrates the bonds that form between hearts that recognize each other. The joy of deep friendship, the comfort of having people who really know you and love you anyway, the strength that comes from not having to face life's challenges alone, all of this reflects the divine desire for communion, for relationship, for the sharing of life that makes existence richer and more meaningful. The beauty you notice in the world around you, the sunsets that take your breath away, the music that moves your soul, the kindness of strangers that restores your faith in humanity, all of this beauty is a gift crafted specifically for hearts like yours that have the capacity to recognize and appreciate it. Your ability to see beauty, to be moved by it, to find hope and inspiration in it, is itself a reflection of being created by the source of all beauty. Your prayers, whether they're formal words spoken in quiet moments or desperate cries for help in times of crisis, whether they're grateful praises or angry questions, all of them are heard with perfect attention by the one who values honest communication above polite performance. Your relationship with the divine is not about saying the right words or following the correct formula, but about authentic connection between your heart and the heart of infinite love. The forgiveness you need, for the ways you've hurt others and the ways you've hurt yourself, for the mistakes you can't undo and the words you can't take back, is freely offered by the one who understands human frailty and loves you not despite your imperfections, but with them as part of who you are. This forgiveness is not earned through good behavior or lost through bad choices, but is a constant gift available whenever you're ready to receive it. As you rest in this understanding of how tenderly you are cared for, how gently your weaknesses are handled, how carefully your life is tended, something deep within you begins to relax. The tight places where you've been holding your breath, waiting for the other shoe to drop, begin to soften. The clenched places where you've been trying to control outcomes you can't actually control begin to open. The scared places where you've been convinced you have to face everything alone begin to trust that you are held, supported, carried when necessary, and never abandoned to figure it out by yourself. This tender care extends into every corner of your existence, reaching into places you didn't even know needed attention, bringing healing to wounds you'd forgotten you carried, providing strength for challenges you haven't even encountered yet. It's the kind of comprehensive love that leaves nothing uncovered, nothing unprotected, nothing unloved. And as you settle into this reality, as you allow yourself to really believe that this is how you are held and cared for, rest becomes not just possible but inevitable, not just a temporary respite, but a fundamental way of being in the world. As the weight of these truths settles into the deepest places of your heart, as the reality of being completely known and tenderly loved begins to penetrate the walls you've built around your wounded places, something profound happens within you. The exhaustion you've been carrying, the bone-deep tiredness that comes from trying to prove your worth and earn your place in the world, begins to lift like morning mist touched by sunlight. For perhaps the first time in longer than you can remember, you can feel permission forming in your chest. Permission to stop performing, to stop striving, to stop the endless audition for love and acceptance. This permission is not the kind that comes from giving up or checking out of life, but the kind that comes from discovering you already have what you've been desperately seeking. You already belong. You already matter. You already have a place in the heart of infinite love that no one can take away, no failure can forfeit, no mistake can minimize. The belonging you've been searching for in accomplishments and relationships and achievements has been yours all along, written in permanent ink on hands that will never let you go. Rest begins here, in this place of knowing you are cherished beyond your ability to comprehend. Not the surface rest of a good night's sleep, though that too is important and will come more easily now, but the deep rest that touches your soul, the kind of rest that relaxes the parts of you that have been clenched in fear for so long you'd forgotten what it felt like to be soft. This is the rest that comes when you no longer have to guard yourself against the possibility of being forgotten, because you know with absolute certainty that forgetting you is impossible for the one whose opinion matters most. Tonight, as you prepare to sleep, you can lay down more than just your physical body. You can lay down the weight of wondering if you're enough. You can set aside the exhaustion of trying to be perfect. You can release the tension of constantly calculating whether you're acceptable, whether you're worthy of love, whether you're deserving of care. All of these burdens that have made your shoulders ache and your heart heavy can be gently placed aside, because you now know they were never yours to carry in the first place. Your worth was established before you took your first breath, before you spoke your first word, before you achieved your first success or made your first mistake. It was woven into the very fabric of your being by hands that create nothing without value, nothing without purpose, nothing without deep and abiding love. The worth that you've been trying to earn has been yours since the moment you were conceived in divine imagination, before you ever had a chance to prove or disprove anything about yourself. As you close your eyes tonight, you can do so with the confidence that you are being watched over by eyes that never close, never look away, never miss even the smallest detail of your life. The sleep you enter is not an abandonment into unconsciousness, but a surrender into the arms of perfect love, a resting in the presence of one who guards your peace while you restore your strength. Your dreams tonight are dreamed under the watchful care of infinite tenderness. The morning that awaits you holds new mercies that are being prepared even now, customized specifically for who you are and what you need. Not generic blessings distributed randomly, but particular graces designed with your unique circumstances in mind, your specific challenges considered, your individual heart taken into account. Tomorrow's provision is being arranged tonight by one who knows exactly what will encourage you, what will strengthen you, what will remind you that you are loved. These mercies come not because you will earn them with good behavior or lose them through poor choices, but because they flow from a love that doesn't fluctuate with your performance. Like a spring that bubbles up from deep underground, this love is constant and pure, unaffected by the weather of your circumstances or the seasons of your faithfulness. The mercies that greet you each morning are expressions of this unchanging love, evidence of the constancy of divine care. You can rest tonight knowing that every concern you carry, every worry that keeps your mind busy, every fear that makes your heart race, all of these are already known and being addressed by wisdom that sees solutions you cannot imagine from perspectives you cannot access. The problems that feel overwhelming to you are held within a larger context of love that knows how to work all things together for good, how to bring beauty from ashes, how to write straight with crooked lines. This doesn't mean every difficulty will be immediately resolved or every pain instantly healed, but it means you don't have to solve everything yourself. You don't have to figure out every next step. You don't have to have all the answers tonight. There is one who holds the full picture of your life, who sees how every piece fits together, who is working even now to arrange circumstances in ways that will serve your highest good and deepest joy. The relationships that have wounded you, the people who have let you down, the trust that has been broken, all of this is being tended by one who specializes in healing what seems irreparable. Some relationships may be restored, others may be released, but all will be touched by grace that brings peace to your heart regardless of the outcome. You don't have to carry the weight of fixing every broken connection tonight. Rest in the knowledge that perfect love is at work in all your relationships, bringing wholeness where it's possible and peace where it's necessary. Your future, which sometimes looms before you like a question mark filled with uncertainty and potential disappointment, is actually held securely in hands that have already prepared good things for you to discover. Not a life without challenges or a path without difficulties, but a journey filled with meaning, purpose, and the constant companionship of infinite love. The unknown aspects of your future are unknown to you, but perfectly clear to the one who has gone before you to prepare the way. As you breathe deeply and allow your body to relax, you can feel the truth of these words settling into your bones, into your blood, into the deepest places where fear has lived for so long. Where anxiety used to make its home, peace is moving in. Where insecurity used to whisper lies about your worth, truth is speaking louder with words of affirmation and love. Where loneliness used to echo in empty spaces, the presence of perfect companionship is filling every corner. The child within you, the part of you that has been seeking approval and acceptance and the assurance that you are loved, can finally rest. That child can stop performing, stop trying so hard to be good enough, stop earning love that was freely given long ago. The child in you can curl up in the lap of infinite tenderness and sleep peacefully, knowing that protection and care and unending affection surround you like the warmest blanket on the coldest night. Your body, which has carried the stress of uncertainty and the tension of trying to control outcomes you cannot actually control, can begin to release its grip on hypervigilance. Your shoulders can drop from where they've been hunched near your ears. Your jaw can unclench from where it's been tight with worry. Your hands can open from the fists they've formed, trying to hold on to things that were never yours to grasp. Your entire physical being can sink into the support of divine love that never fails, never wavers, never withdraws. The mistakes you've made, the failures you've experienced, the times you've fallen short of your own expectations or disappointed others, all of these can be released into the ocean of grace that swallows them completely. Not because they didn't matter or because their consequences can always be avoided, but because they don't define you, they don't disqualify you from love, they don't diminish your value in the eyes of the one who sees you most clearly. Tonight you can sleep without the need to replay conversations and wonder if you said something wrong. You can rest without rehearsing tomorrow's challenges and trying to solve them in advance. You can close your eyes without fear that you'll be forgotten while you're unconscious, because you are held in a memory that never sleeps, never fades, never lets go of what it treasures. The dreams that come to you tonight may carry messages of hope, images of beauty, scenarios of peace that your conscious mind struggles to imagine. Or your sleep may be deep and dreamless, a pure rest that restores your body and refreshes your spirit without the need for any mental activity at all. Either way, your sleep is blessed sleep, watched over sleep, protected sleep that serves the purpose of preparing you for whatever tomorrow holds. When morning comes, you will wake not as someone who has to immediately begin proving their worth again, but as someone who rests secure in worth that was established long ago and can never be taken away. You will rise not as someone who has to earn their place in the world, but as someone whose place was prepared before the foundation of the world and remains secure regardless of what happens in any given day. The coffee you drink, the shower you take, the clothes you put on, all of these simple morning rituals will be infused with the quiet confidence that comes from knowing you are beloved. The face you see in the mirror will be the face of someone who is cherished, whose every feature was carefully designed by hands of infinite creativity, whose reflection shows not someone striving to become worthy of love, but someone already drowning in it. As you go through your day tomorrow, challenges may arise, difficulties may surface, problems may demand your attention. But you will meet them not as someone who is alone and forgotten and left to figure everything out independently, but as someone who is accompanied, remembered, supported by wisdom and strength and love that never diminish. The difference this makes in how you navigate difficulty cannot be overstated. The conversations you have will flow from a heart that knows it doesn't have to prove anything to anyone. The work you do will be infused with the quiet confidence of someone who knows their efforts matter not because of how others receive them, but because they flow from a life that has intrinsic value. The love you give will be purer because it comes not from a need to earn love in return, but from an overflow of love that has already been freely received. When someone treats you poorly, when circumstances don't unfold as you hoped, when disappointments come and losses occur, you will face them not as evidence that you are forgotten or unloved, but as temporary experiences that cannot touch the deeper reality of your belovedness. Pain will still hurt, loss will still grieve, disappointment will still sting, but none of these will have the power to convince you that you don't matter or that you're facing them alone. The creativity that flows through you, the unique way you see the world, the particular gifts you bring to your relationships and your work, all of these will feel freer to express themselves because they're no longer carrying the burden of having to justify your existence. Your creativity becomes play rather than performance. Your gifts become offerings rather than attempts to earn approval. This rest that you're entering tonight is not just for tonight. It's a way of being in the world that becomes available to you whenever you remember these truths, whenever you return to the knowledge of how completely you are known and how tenderly you are loved. Rest becomes not just something you do, but something you are, a fundamental state of being that comes from knowing your place in the universe is secure. Years from now, when you look back on this moment, this night when you first really understood that you are not forgotten, you may recognize it as a turning point. Not because everything in your external circumstances changed overnight, but because something shifted in the deepest places of your heart. You stopped trying to earn what you already had. You stopped searching for what had already found you. You stopped working to become worthy of love that had already claimed you completely. As you drift towards sleep tonight, carried by the certainty that you are held safely in perfect love, remember that this is not a temporary feeling that will fade with the morning light. This is reality. This is truth. This is the foundation upon which you can build a life of increasing peace, deepening joy, and expanding love. You are seen, you are known, you are treasured, you are held, you are safe, you are home. The last conscious thought you have before sleep takes you may be the simple recognition that you can finally stop trying so hard. You can stop performing and just be. You can stop earning and just receive. You can stop proving and just rest in the knowledge that your value was established long ago by the only opinion that ultimately matters. You are beloved, you are cherished, you are precious beyond measure. You are not forgotten. You never have been. You never will be. And in this truth, wrapped in this love, held in this certainty, you can rest completely. Sweet dreams, beloved one. You are safe. You are home. You are loved beyond your wildest dreams.